Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're going somewhere different. We're headed to a small island off the coast of Nova Scotia, Canada, an island that has, for over 200 years, swallowed fortunes, reputations, and, tragically, human lives.
And it's all in the hunt for a secret that no one has ever actually seen. We are, of course, talking about the 229-year-old riddle of Oak Island.
I think what makes this story so enduring is that it's not just about treasure. It's about this collision between, on one hand, this incredible, sophisticated engineering, and on the other, a very chilling, very real superstition.
And that superstition is really the hook, isn't it? It adds this layer of genuine dread to the whole thing.
It really does. There's an old prophecy about the island that says 7 must be sacrificed for the great treasure to emerge. And the truly unsettling part is that after 2 centuries of trying, the death toll, it currently stands at 6.
Just one more life needed to fulfill the prophecy. So our mission today is to dive into the evidence, look at the infamous money pit, and really try to figure out what's going on. Is this island guarded by an actual curse, or is it just a masterpiece of ancient engineering?
Maybe put there by some kind of, secret society with something huge to hide.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's start at the very beginning. We have to go back to 1795. Oak Island is basically deserted, and the whole story kicks off with a 16-year-old kid named Daniel McGinnis.
Right. He's out exploring, and he spots 2 things that just don't add up. The first is a circular depression in the ground, a spot where the earth is clearly sunk, which suggests something man-made was buried there and decomposed.
Okay, so a sunken spot. That's intriguing. But what was the second thing?
The second thing was the real clue. Directly above this depression was a huge, old oak tree, and one of its branches had these deep marks on it. Scars in the wood.
As if something heavy had been hung from it, like a pulley system.
Precisely. A block and tackle. Which means whatever went into that hole was heavy. Really heavy. So heavy you needed serious equipment to lower it down.
So McGinnis and a couple of his friends, they see this and they immediately think,
Pirates. It has to be pirates' gold. I mean, what else would you think? So they grabbed some shovels and started digging. And that decision kicked off a treasure hunt that is unbelievably still going on today.
And they found out almost immediately this was not just some hole with a chest at the bottom.
Not at all. This is where it gets incredibly strange. At just 10 feet down, their shovels hit something solid. It was a platform made of thick oak logs.
A wooden platform, 10 feet underground.
A perfectly laid out platform sealing the shaft.
Huh.
So they pry it up, they dig another 10 feet, and what do they find?
Let me guess. Another platform.
Exactly. At 20 feet, 30 feet. Every 10 feet, another layer of oak. This thing was built like a subterranean fortress, designed to stop people from getting through.
Wow, but that's not even the weirdest part, is it? It was the stuff they found mixed in with the dirt.
Right. This is the finding that, for me, just blows the whole mystery wide open. At various depths, mixed in with the soil, they found thick layers of coconut fiber.
Okay, wait. Let's pause on that. Coconut fiber. We're in Nova Scotia, Canada.
Gold country.
There are no coconut trees for thousands of miles. What does that tell you?
It proves, beyond any doubt, that this wasn't a local project. Whoever built this had ships. They had resources. They transported huge quantities of this stuff from, the Caribbean, some tropical place far, far away.
I mean, that immediately rules out a few pirates burying a chest. This was a massive, well-funded operation.
A huge logistical undertaking. You need work crews, supply lines, serious money, just to get the building materials to the island. This is when the theory started shifting away from pirates and towards, someone much more organized.
So as the searchers keep digging, breaking through platform after platform, they get deeper. And at about 90 feet down, they find what they think is the jackpot.
They unearth this huge, flat stone slab, and it's covered in strange symbols, some kind of code or unknown language.
Now, we have to be careful here, because the stone itself, it later vanished, right?
It did. It's now lost to history, which is a huge problem. But according to the historical accounts from that time, they did get it translated.
And the translation was the ultimate temptation. It basically poured gasoline on the fire for the next 200 years.
It reportedly said, a treasure of 2 million pounds is 40 feet below.
40 feet below. I mean, can you imagine? You've spent all this time and money, you're 90 feet down, and you get a literal sign telling you you're almost there.
It must have been electrifying. But here's the thing. That sign wasn't a promise. It was a trigger. They were about to activate the most ingenious and deadly part of the island's defense system.
So they break for the night, totally excited, ready to claim their prize the next day.
I come back the next morning, look down the shaft, and it's gone. The bottom is gone. The entire pit, almost to the top, is filled with 60 feet of seawater.
And they tried to bail it out, right, with pumps.
They tried, but it was useless. The water level never dropped. It refilled instantly. It completely baffled and bankrupted them.
This is the moment the story goes from a treasure hunt to an engineering puzzle, because modern analysis has confirmed this wasn't just groundwater.
Oh no, this was a deliberately engineered booby trap, a work of absolute genius. The money pit, it turns out, was connected to the ocean,
How far away is the shore from the pit?
about 500 feet away. And what they discovered later is that the builders had dug 5 separate underground tunnels, stretching all the way from the shore to the main shaft.
5 tunnels, 500 feet long, through dirt and rock without bulldozers or dynamite. Just think about the manpower that would take.
It's a monumental piece of construction.
Mm-hmm.
And the system was designed so that once the diggers passed that 90-foot mark, they breached a barrier. That breach allowed the tunnels to flood, using the pressure from the ocean tide to fill the pit instantly.
So it's an anti-theft device. You dig too deep, you don't find gold, you find the entire Atlantic Ocean rushing in on top of you.
It's a brilliant self-resetting trap. And that level of complexity, that kind of hydroengineering, it just screams that this was built by a group with incredible knowledge and resources.
Which brings us back to that theory about a secret society, like the Knights Templar.
That's the leading theory for many, that the Templars, after they were disbanded, needed a place to hide their immense wealth, or maybe something even more important, like religious artifacts. And they had the engineering know-how and the international network to pull off something like Oak Island.
Something so important it needed a fatal deterrent. And the deterrents on this island, they have been fatal. Let's talk about the human cost. That prophecy.
Yes, 6 lives lost. And the most heartbreaking incident, the one that added 4 names to that list in just a few minutes, happened in 1965.
The Restall family.
Robert Russell and his family were leading the search. One day, Robert was working at the top of one of the shafts and was suddenly overcome by poisonous gas, probably hydrogen sulfide from the stagnant water, and he fell in.
And his son saw him fall.
His son immediately jumped in to save him and was also overcome by the gas. Then, 2 other workers on the crew, in a panic, jumped in to try and rescue them both.
Oh, no.
Within minutes, all 4 men were dead, drowned in the very pit they were trying to solve. It was a horrific, rapid tragedy that cemented the island's deadly reputation.
And that brought the death toll to 6, leaving just 1 more.
1 more, according to the legend.
So that brings us to today. The search is still on, more intense than ever, led by the American Legina brothers.
And they aren't using shovels and buckets.
No, they have brought in the world's highest technology. We're talking massive drilling rigs, seismic testing, sonar mapping, huge steel coffer dams, millions and millions of dollars of 21st century tech.
So they're fighting this centuries-old trap with modern weapons. And have they beaten it?
That's the craziest part. They haven't. For all their technology, the island still resists. Every time they think they've found a way to block the flood tunnels or drain the pit, something goes wrong. A machine breaks, a new water source appears, the whole collapses. It's like the island itself is alive and actively fighting back.
It really feels that way
Yeah.
sometimes. Now, they have found things, really interesting things. Centuries-old coins, bits of gold chain, even human bones from different origins, proving people were there. But they're just breadcrumbs.
Tantalizing clues, but not the main treasure. Not the thing that this whole incredible structure was built to protect.
Exactly. So the ultimate conflict is still playing out. You have modern technology versus this 200-year-old curse or engineering marvel. And what's at stake might be something that could literally change our understanding of history.
It's just such a perfect paradox, isn't it? This incredible, mind-boggling piece of engineering designed to protect something we can't see, all amplified by this chilling body count and a prophecy that's nearly complete.
We've spent 2 centuries, millions of dollars, and 6 human lives trying to get to the bottom of it. The real question is how much more are we willing to pay to find out what's down there?
And that really is the question for you. Knowing the history, the engineering, the curse, if you were offered a spot on the team today, would you go? Would you be number 7? Yes or no? That's your deep dive.